Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video. Today's video, as you can tell, is all about XRP, and as we're seeing a nice movement up today in the market from XRP, I'm seeing some very familiar price action that we've seen before that might be giving us a clue as to where XRP might be heading on the lower, medium and higher time frame. And you might ask why I've got this $1.77 region marked out. I'm going to go into extreme depth as to why I've got this level marked out and why that could be a very key inflection point for XRP. So guys, if you like the video, give it a like, of course. Any comments, subscriptions, always appreciated. Let's get into it. So if you've been with the channel for a while or following along on Twitter, you will know back in November 2022 last year, we was calling for this price action for XRP, where we hover around the 30 cents region, get a nice rise up for 50 cent, come back and then head towards that 91 cent level for XRP, which if we jump back into the charts, that is precisely what we got. There we go. That is November 2022 right there, hovering around these levels for XRP. We got that rise to 50 cent, a comeback down to the middle of the range, and then we headed towards that 90 cents region, where we was expecting a major pullback to these key structural levels around 48.50 cents, which we got, and now we are moving back to the upside, which is really great to see and really nice to see play out. XRP followed along for a full year exactly as we planned. But you might ask, well, what now? It's all good and well looking back and saying, yep, we got this right, but what do we expect now for XRP? And this is where I want to take it back all the way to 2020, 2021. This bit of price action for XRP, where we saw a very similar kind of move of what we've got in XRP at the minute. A bigger, but nevertheless similar move. Let's take a look at what we got here for XRP. We got a news pump for XRP, and right here the bull run was beginning for Bitcoin, and what did we get? We got a news dump for XRP. That was the SEC lawsuit, where we came in and took these levels for XRP. And take a look at let me just clear that chart up. Take a look at what we got here. We got a news pump for XRP, people expecting lawsuit to end and people winning, stuff like that. Once again, a narrative pump. But what did we do? We came back and cleared these lows. So let's just draw these lows out here on the chart and do the same for the lows here for XRP. Have a look at that. We wicked below the lows and wicked below the lows. And for XRP, what we did in the coming weeks after that, we retraced back to the upside for XRP and then fell back down again. So as we're now seeing for XRP a retrace in the market, where can we be expecting this lower time retrace come to? And you can see back in 2020, 2021, we cleared these highs for this wick here for XRP to come in and take that liquidity. So if we draw these highs here for XRP, that comes in around 87.85 cent. So if XRP was to come up and hit these levels and potentially get a bit of a pullback in the market, where would we be expecting to see XRP come back down to? And you can see on the lower time frame here for XRP, it was this big bearish candle in the market where the price action came back in 2021. So let's take a look at where that big bearish candle is on the current chart, and that big bearish candle would be up and around 58 to 60 cents. So if XRP is about to make a move to 89, 87 cent, we could be expecting a retrace back in the market like we got here for XRP, where we come back to some key structural levels, come in and fill this inefficiency in the market, because this big candle here is really inefficient. So we're seeing some inefficient price action here, and when we see an inefficient price action, we like to see it come in and get filled. So if XRP is about to make a somewhat of a move towards that 88, 89 cent level, could we then be expecting a retrace back in the market to around that 58, 60 cent level? And I think that's absolutely possible, because we've seen this price action play out so many times in the past. We've nailed XRP over the last year. Every single move on the lower time frame, higher time frame, we've absolutely nailed for XRP. So I do think something like this is what we can be expecting for XRP. But then if you take note, what did we get after that? We got a major meteoric rise in XRP, and the way to calculate how high we was going to go for XRP was just a simple Fibonacci from the first high to the first low, And around the 2.618 level there, the 261% level retraced to the upside. So let's do the same here for XRP. We'll take that high, we'll take the wick low, and take a look at where that comes in at. That is that $1.77 region that we had marked out in the start of the video, which is why I've got that level marked out here. I do think the major target here for XRP is that $1.70 region, because if you make note of what the whole price action is doing here on a higher time frame, it's mimicking this. What did XRP come in and do after that big meteoric retrace to the downside? Let's take a zoomed in perspective right here for XRP. Take a zoom in. It was these wicks up here that came in and got filled, but not the upper wick. So if on a higher time frame we're doing something similar to this, let's take a zoom out here. Could we be expecting this wick at around $1.76 to come in and get filled, but not quite take the upper wick? Does the higher time frame thesis suggest this for XRP? So what I've done here for XRP is just zoom out all the way to the monthly time frame to see if we can get some any confluence really on the higher time frame as to that $1.70 region, and take a look at where that big bearish candle came in at. It's around the $1.60 region. The upper wick of that bearish candle is that $1.76 region. So I do think that $1.76 region, if you are holding out XRP and you've been accumulating here and you're not really worrying too much about these lower time frame moves, from the lows up to that $1.76 region is around a 500% move. Let's just leave that on there. A 500% move. If you're not taking profits after a 500% move in crypto, I'm afraid that is your own problem. If you're not going to take profits after a 500% move, you're going to get wrecked, because let's take a look at what happened after XRP's last meteoric rise to the upside. That was a 1000% move. And then to follow that 1000% move, obviously we got that major 85% correction. So if we're about to get a 500% move in the market and that is to come to fruition, a 1000% move after that is only another 100% on that 500%. So taking into account the percentages and taking into account the risk to reward, I would not be entering at these big bullish candles. That's not my strategy. My strategy is to always enter at the big bearish candles, accumulation phases, to be able to dollar cost average out of the market as we start to move up. So I'm not looking at entering XRP at the minute. I'm not looking at exiting XRP at the minute. But on the lower time frame, I do think somewhat of a price action where we come up and fill some of this wick, return back to that 58-60 cent level, come in and fill this big bullish candle. It makes sense on the higher time frame, because take a look at them, that resistance, support resistance on the higher time frame, breakout, retest, reclaim, and then what do? We come in and take all of this inefficient price action up here, big bearish, big bullish candles, big wicks to the upside here, not coming and got filled, $1.70 region. So I do think that $1.70 region is going to be a really key inflection point for XRP, and in my opinion, a really good profit taking point. Of course, XRP could go on to set brand new all-time highs. XRP could go to $9, $10. But at the same time, a 500% move in crypto, if you've got enough invested, that's enough to take out half your investment, 30% of your investment, have them cash positions and get ready for a, if not an 80% correction, a 70% correction. Because let's take a look at a 70% correction from these levels on XRP, $1.76. Where's a 70% correction from there? Let's restart that. 70% from the $1.70 region, right back to this cluster of consolidation. It makes sense on the higher time frame, it makes sense on the lower time frame. We've seen it in the past. Do not let fear or greed take a hold of you in the market, because let me tell you, if XRP works its way back up here, we're going to get narratives. We're going to get narratives of XRP being used, of world currency, digital currency, central bank digital currencies. All of these narratives will come into play. And make no mistake about it, the mainstream media will push XRP for you to be able to buy up here. And then obviously, when everyone comes in to buy, we know we're expecting at least a 50% crash on the higher and lower time frame. So guys, if you like the video, give it a like. Of course, it's not financial advice from me, but just outlining what I'm seeing here for XRP, how the psychology could play out, how on the lower and medium time frame we could work our way up to that $1.70 region, and how we just need to remain calm, sit back, relax, and let the market do the work. And I'll see you next time. Cheers, guys.